Hi friends, it's Leithia from Farm View Creators. Today we're going to work on the Coffee Bar Hutch from Christina's Rust Covered Cottage. I love this hutch. I've been wanting to do it. I'm actually currently obsessed with all of her hutches. This one is super cute and I'm excited to show you a beautiful new glaze that I got. So I am putting all my pieces on my sticky board and I'm categorizing them by colors that I want them to be. So if they're going to be the same color, I'm putting them together. And then I was trying to decide if I wanted to use my new glaze on all of it or just part of it. I have figured out that it does better if I tape the back of those drawers and cabinets together. And I'm going to go in. This is the glaze that I love. It is Verde green glaze from Couture. It is so beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so much better in person. I'm just telling y'all. So I'm going to give the background a good glaze. And then I'm going to get the forefront of the hutch cabinet a good glaze. And then I'm going to set it aside to let that dry. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to do another layer. A lot of times I don't do this, but I really wanted to see like if it would change the dimension of the green and make it a little brighter, which it does. So I'm glad I did a second coat. But I still love how you can see that wood grain through and how, the wood takes the glaze differently in different places. I love that variation. So now I'm using a paintbrush and I'm going in with my amber honey glaze. This is just a nice rich brown. And I am using a brush to do that because I'm using tiny little pieces in specific areas that I want the glaze to be on. So I'm like doing the inner pieces of pieces and the bow and the ribbon. I'm going to hit the coffee beans and the frame and the coffee pot. And then I'm just going to use a baby wipe to add it to the easel. I love these little shelf sitters and they're just so quick and easy to paint. So I'm going to go in and put that second layer of Verde green. Oh, I just love it. It is so gorgeous. So gorgeous. Hit all those pieces with one more layer. Make sure I've got it evenly spread. And then I'm going to get the back side of the easel with the amber honey. And then set that aside to dry while I finish up my little pieces. I'm going to go in with British Gray. I'm going to hit the top of the creamer and I'm going to hit the jar and one of the bottles. I'm going to get the coffee mugs and the utensils, the little ground holder on the coffee machine, just a few pieces here and there. And I'm going to give some of it a second layer. I did use the side of my sponge dauber to kind of just slide over the pieces with the score lines. That way it does not fill in those scored in areas. I like that for the little pieces instead of using my sponge roller because the sponge roller is so big and then those pieces are so tiny. But please don't be intimidated by the tiny pieces. They are actually really fun. So I'm going to use Buttercream chalk style paint here to do another bottle, some more mugs, and around the creamer and around the jar. I'm going to hit the background of the banner, the coffee bar sign, the K-cup holder, and the tea towel. I love how this is very neutral and really the pop of color is the Verde green stain. It lets that stain really shine and have it stay in the spotlight, I guess. But it's just so beautiful, so it deserves it. So I am changing out my brush a couple of times, doing a very tiny tip brush on some pieces and a wider brush on others, just based on the needs of the piece. I'm going to put a second coat on there, just trying to get it off of my little ribbons. And then I'm going to use the edge of a sponge dauber on those pieces that have the scored words and images. And when I do this, I am not applying any pressure. If you apply pressure, it is going to fill in those scored lines. And I mean, you'll see that sometimes I accidentally do put pressure and then I'm having to dig out the letters, which is fine. Yeah, I mean, it's hand painted, so it's not going to be perfect. And I mean, as long as you go in and get those score lines cleaned out with the weeding tool before it's completely dry, it pulls up quite easily. And now I'm going to get the coffee machine. Clean out a couple of places there. And I did do pitch black on the top of the coffee pot and the mug that's in the coffee maker. I'm going in and putting my dots with the Verde green stain. And now I'm going to go in with my Debi's DIY dark wax and distress the pieces. Just kind of hitting them and giving it a little bit of dimension here and there. Anytime I got too much, I just buffed it out with my finger. Put that aside, and I'm going to add some distressing to my hutch. Again, buffing it out whenever I have too much. Now I'm going to go in with my art glitter glue, and I am going to glue that down. I love art glitter glue because it does not make my fingers crusty, and it dries clear, and it also gives me just a little bit of wiggle room to move my pieces if I need to slide them around after I put them down. But then when it does completely dry, it adheres very nicely, and it's a really good bond. So I'm just going to put my pieces on there and make sure I like where I have them and that I like all the colors before I actually start gluing them down. And then I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. Adding each of those little pieces. I just love all the details in these hutches. I just think that they are very well made and just so cute. And they really can jazz up any area. That banner, I'm going to slide it kind of upward because I don't want it to interfere with that top shelf. And then I'm going to put my coffee beans on there first. And then I want my cups where the handles are pointing outward. And there you go. I love it so much. And then I'm going to go in with my dead flat top coat, give it a once over. This really just protects all the paint and the stain, and it also takes out any of the shine, and I love it. It's my favorite top coat. There it is in the sun. You can really see the green there. It is just so beautiful. I love it. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe.